Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on some seriously powerful technologies, the kind that are quietly working together, completely reshaping our world, often without us even realizing it.
I mean, it feels like straight-up magic, right? But it's not. It's actually a bunch of these incredible new technologies all working in concert. So, yeah, let's dive in and see how it all works. Okay, so first up, let's talk about the brains of the whole operation. Artificial intelligence. You know it as AI. This is the stuff that powers your digital assistant, when you ask for the weather, and it's what's behind your phone automatically tagging your friends in photos.
So, what is AI really? At its core, it's not just about building smart machines. It's about teaching them to think a bit like we do, to learn, to make decisions, and to figure out problems on their own.
And I absolutely love this quote. It just nails it, right? AI is way bigger than the computers it runs on. It's really about the very idea of intelligence, which kind of begs the question, how do these things get so smart?
Well, AI is a huge, huge field. So to make sense of it, let's just zoom in on three key areas that are really driving all the progress we're seeing right now.
Think of machine learning as the engine that learns. Instead of a programmer writing code for every single possibility, we just feed these ML algorithms a ton of data, and they figure out the patterns themselves to make predictions. It's pretty wild.
And then there's NLP. Anytime your phone finishes your sentence for you, or you shout a command at your smart speaker, that's natural language processing. It's the magic that bridges the gap between our messy human languages and the clean logic of computer code.
Okay, so VR versus AR. The easiest way to think about it is this. Virtual reality puts you inside a totally new digital world, but augmented reality keeps you in the real world and just adds digital stuff on top of it.
Okay, so we have these super smart systems, but for them to do anything, they need fuel. And in this case, the fuel is data. And we're not talking about a little bit of data. We're talking about a mind-boggling amount.
Get ready for this number. 2.5 quintillion bytes. I mean, what does that even mean? That's a 2.5 followed by 18 zeros. That is the amount of data we create every single day. From all our posts, messages, photos, everything.
And the term big data isn't just about the insane size of it all. It's also about how fast it's coming at us and the sheer messiness of it. You've got text, pictures, videos, sensor readings. Our old-school databases just can't keep up.
So to get our heads around this giant mess, experts talk about the 5 V's. You've got the sheer volume, of course, the incredible velocity or speed it's created, the variety of all the different types. Then there's veracity, like, can we even trust this data? And finally, the most important one, value. What's the point of all this data if we can't get something useful out of it?
All right, so we've got the brains, AI, and we've got the fuel, big data. So what happens when we start connecting all of this intelligence to actual physical objects out in the real world? Well, that's where the Internet of Things, or IoT, comes in. And we're not just talking about your laptop and your phone anymore. No, this is about everything else. Imagine your light bulbs talking to your thermostat, your refrigerator ordering milk because it knows you're out, your car sharing traffic data with other cars. That's the world of IoT. And the possibilities here are just massive. We're talking about entire smart cities that can manage traffic flow automatically, or smart homes that learn your routine to save energy. It's all about creating these intelligent environments all around us.
Okay, so a thought might be popping into your head right about now. Where on earth does all this data live? And where does all the heavy lifting, the actual computing, take place? Well, the answer isn't on your phone or your smart fridge. It's in the cloud.
Think of it like this. Instead of owning a whole power plant just to turn on your lights, you just plug into the grid and pay for what you use. The cloud is the same for computing. You don't need your own giant servers. You just tap into services online from anywhere and usually just pay for what you need. And it's usually broken down into 3 main layers, kind of like building blocks. You can rent the most basic stuff, the raw infrastructure, that's IaaS. Or you can get a ready-made platform to build your own apps on, that's PaaS. Or, what most of us use every day, you can just use the finished software right in your browser, like Google Docs. And that's SaaS.
Now, you might hear the term grid computing and think it's the same thing. They're similar, but there's a key difference. The cloud is all about providing services to lots and lots of different users. A grid, on the other hand, is more like linking a bunch of computers together to act like one giant supercomputer to solve a single, massive problem, like analyzing astronomical data.
Okay, let's recap. We've got the brains, AI, the fuel, big data, the connections to the real-world IoT, and the foundation that runs it all, the cloud. Now, let's talk about something that could fundamentally change the rules of the game for everything we just discussed, blockchain.
So what the heck is a blockchain? At its core, it's just a shared record book, or ledger, that's not owned by any one person. When someone wants to add something new, a transaction, that request gets sent out to everyone on the network. A new block of information can only be added to the chain after the network agrees it's valid. Because nobody's in charge and everyone has a copy, it's incredibly hard to cheat the system. That's what makes it so secure.
Now, everyone thinks Bitcoin when they hear blockchain, right? But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real power here is the ability to create trust and security without needing a bank or a government in the middle. Think about secure medical records, transparent supply chains, or even tamper-proof voting systems. The potential is huge.
And that really brings us full circle. The key thing to remember is that none of these technologies works alone. They're all interconnected. Remember that magic trick with your phone finding the fastest route? Well, that's IoT sensors in cars collecting traffic data. That's big data being sent to the cloud for processing, where powerful AI algorithms analyze it to find your best path. See, they're all pillars holding up our new digital world.
So from the learning power of AI to the secure trust of blockchain, this whole technological revolution is really just getting started. The big takeaway here isn't just knowing what these things are, but seeing how they all fit together and realizing they're already woven into the fabric of your daily life. Thanks for watching.